Annabelle. So I'm doing another van vlog today, and this one is going to be on potty training my son. Now, I thought that potty training my daughter and my son was going to be like different, but it turns out that how we did things with my daughter is pretty much how we did things with my son, but they switched around the pee and the poop thing. So if you've watched my videos in the past, you've been following me, you know that my daughter was potty trained by the time that she was 2, and I started putting her on the potty right when she was 1. And it was because we were doing cloth diapers, and it was purely selfish. I didn't want to be cleaning poop out of her cloth diapers, and she made noises when she pooped, like grunting and stuff like that, so I always knew when she pooped, so I'd always put her on the potty. And potty training with her just started from there. So she did really good. We had some minor setbacks, and so I figured that I would take what I learned and I would do things differently with my son. And so with him, what the plan was to do a like 3-day like all or nothing go at potty training. Well, that was the plan, and then like he just had his own way of doing everything. So I wanted to kind of talk about it here a little bit. My son was ready to be potty trained right before we moved into our new house. Okay, so this last, sorry, I'm veering. Right before we moved in, he was so interested in using the potty. He wanted to use the potty, and I chose not to do anything at that point because we were moving. Baby number 3 was due like shortly, and I didn't want to start something and then have to redo things, because like when we moved my daughter into a big bed, she had potty training regression. When we switched her sippy cup, she had potty training regression, and I didn't want to just like, I wanted to save some time pretty much with my son and not be doing things over again. And so I chose not to start potty training. Like, we still talked about the potty. We read books about the potty. We talked about mommy going potty, daddy going potty, sister going potty, everybody using the potty. And he was very interested. He was all ready. And I just didn't want to do anything until we moved. Well, then right after we moved, it was unpacking, and then my daughter B was born. So that all kind of just put like just little setbacks in when we were starting. So once we got all settled and everything with the new house, with the new baby, all of that stuff, it was about October, middle of October, that we started finally doing potty training. And at first, I thought I had missed my window, because everything that I read with boys, you want to start them anytime like 18 to 24 months or whatever is when you should like start introducing the potty and things like that. So I thought I missed my window, and so it took like a little bit because he wasn't interested anymore, and I was like, oh no. And so I thought, okay, I'm gonna try the 3-day thing and see how it goes. Well, the 3-day potty training thing was like a kickstart for my son. He started peeing on the potty, loved it, but he still would go in his diaper, which wasn't a big deal. I was like, okay, like I missed the window. And so I was like, well, we're just gonna take things as it goes. So it turned into doing things exactly like it was with my daughter. We started using the potty more and more and more. He started being dry in his diaper more and more and more. And then he's dry over nap time. Then he was going potty all on his own. And then he's potty trained. Now we still do, where we're at right now is we are still putting a diaper on him for overnight. He is not 100% overnight just yet. He will still, like, if it's right around wake up time, it's been long enough. So sometimes he will have dribbles and stuff, but he is not wet his diaper in like 2 months. It has been awesome. When he turned 2, he, like, just a couple weeks before he turned 2, he started pooping on the potty. And so, because before that, he was still pooping in his pants or in his diaper and things like that. And it was like a little frustrating because my daughter was poop trained first and then she was pee trained. And then the opposite was true with my son. He was pee trained first, then poop trained. But yeah, so he's doing awesome. Every time we go on outings, he doesn't wear diapers. In the beginning, when we're first potty training, I still have him wear diapers on outings, but then I try to take him potty while we're on the outing. My daughter did use a travel potty seat for going potty in public. My son does not use a potty seat for pottying in public. He doesn't like it, doesn't want one. And we don't use like toddler potty seats with our kids because I didn't want him to be afraid ever of a big potty. And my daughter was scared of the public flushers, like when the toilet would flush and it'd be like this really loud, booming, echoing sound. Like that kind of freaked her out a little bit, but then she got used to it. My son could care less how the toilet flushes. He thinks it's cool. So my son is potty trained. Like he's 99%, just with a few dribbles in the morning here and there. But he's doing awesome. So it's so great to have your child potty trained like when they're 2. Like it's awesome. My daughter was potty trained by the time she was 2. My son, he just turned 2, a month ago. So he's doing awesome. Again, he does sit down to pee and to poop. So that way he's got the option. One of my friends is like, well, they're not potty trained until they can stand up and go. But he has stood up and gone like outside and stuff before. But we're going to be working on that in the next year, and that will come. He's still not tall enough to stand on the floor and like pee standing up. So when we go to public places, like that's kind of rough with that. And I didn't want to like encounter those problems, so we are not standing and peeing yet. But yeah. So anyways, if you have any questions or comments, that is how we potty trained our son, and everything is going really, really well. But yeah, questions or comments, leave them below. Otherwise, I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.